Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So, I never expected this to happen, but it has. Telltale Games is back. Sort of. Kind of. But it is back, but not in not the Telltale that we know. So basically, I found this out this morning. This video was actually meant to be uploaded earlier, but I went up to see my nan and pop yesterday because my pop had to go to hospital. They think he has bowel cancer, so. But anyways, I'm back now, and I want to talk about this, and what this means for the future of the company, and what I think may or may not happen. But like there are other videos you should look at that are better than mine. Also, this video you're seeing here, like these are just fan-made trailers which I enjoyed. They're not mine. I'll leave a link to the description below for each one so you can check them out yourself. Okay, so the people who bought the Telltale games, like they aren't even Telltale. Like, these are people who have never worked with Telltale Games, but yet they've somehow got the license. Well, we know how they got the license. They were in a bidding war or something like that. I haven't read too much into it, so I've read it, but not. I guess I haven't read all the emails covering it. You know what I mean? But anyway, so the good news is, we could be getting a season 2 of The Wolf Among Us and a season 3 of Telltale Batman, because the two guys who bought Telltale, they have the licenses to do this. Or I don't know what the term is, the licenses or the rights. I don't think they have the rights, but I think they have permission. That's what a license means, right? I'm sorry if I'm sound like an idiot here. So they have the license to do these two games, and apparently they're trying to get the rights for Minecraft Story Mode, Guardians of the Galaxy, and there was one other one. What was that other one? I don't know. It will come back. Tales from the Borderlands. That's it. Tales from the Borderlands. Okay, so I got an article up here by Polygon that I want to read to you, and then I want to go over it, like what I think about this and what this could mean for the studio. Telltale Games, which shut down last year, is being revived after its assets were purchased by a company called LCG Entertainment. The new company will sell some of Telltale's back catalog and will work on new games based on a few Telltale associated properties as well as new licenses. The new Telltale is headed up by Jamie Otterly and Brian Waddle. Otterly said that some workers from the original Telltale games will be offered freelance roles with full-time positions possible in the future. Otterly has spent much of his career in mobile games, most recently as a founder and CEO of Galaxy Pest Control, which I've never heard of, which is best known for licensed games based on Duck Dynasty and Power Rangers. I know what Power Rangers is, but I don't know what Duck Dynasty is. Waddle's previous experience includes running sales and marketing for the Havoc game engine. Neither worked at Telltale Games prior to its shutting down in 2018. And I can understand people could be angry at this or pissed off, you know what I mean? Because you have two guys who have worked. You have these two guys and who've worked in the gaming industry, and they've never worked at Telltale. So it's like, why should I can understand people going, these two guys should not have bought this. It should have been someone who worked at Telltale who bought the rights. But I'm not complaining because after everything of Telltale, hopefully these two guys can fix everything that was mistaken. Anyways, let's go here. In an interview with Polygon, Otterly confirmed that the new business has back catalog rights to licensed properties The Wolf Among Us and Batman, as well as full rights to the original Telltale games such as Puzzle Agent. There are some other expired licenses that we are looking at, he said. So I have no idea what Puzzle Agent is, but I know that was one of Telltale's original games. Like, this was something that they came up with. It wasn't something they made. They like made a fan fiction of it, I guess you could say. Like if you think about it, since they have the licenses and they don't own it, so the games that they're doing like of Walking Dead, Batman, Wolf Among Us, Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess you could say they're fan fiction in a way. But anyways, it like what I believe here is if between the Wolf Among Us and Batman, they need to make a season two of Wolf Among Us, okay? Because I very much enjoyed the first one, and we heard we're getting the second one, but sadly that didn't happen because, as you know, the company went bankrupt and foreclosed and all that. So I do believe that if these two guys want to get my trust back, as well as everyone in who love Telltale and all the games that they made, they need to work on a Wolf Among Us season two, and it has to be better than the first one. Okay, moving on. Otterly said it's possible the new Telltale will pick up some stories where they left off. We are still evaluating, but we definitely want to continue some of the stories, he said. But it looks like The Walking Dead won't be coming back. That license is now owned by Skybound, which has its own plans for game releases. So that's interesting to hear. Skybound has its own plans for game releases. So Skybound could be releasing, well, is releasing its own Walking Dead games, but what type of games are they? Because I know a lot of people didn't like Overkill's The Walking Dead, and really Telltale, The Walking Dead season 1 and 2 were great, but then 3 and 4, fuck, 3 was like the worst, and then 4, it had it's like, it was trying really, they were trying really hard to please us fans, but after everything that happened, episode 1 and 2 were great, but then 3 and 4 just dragged along, you know what I mean? And that cop-out ending with Clem pretending to die and then bringing her back, and ultimately with the stuff with AJ, what you said didn't really matter. He ended up becoming his own person. I thought that was bullshit. Anyways, it didn't stop me crying though. If you look at one of my walkthroughs for episode 4, my save file 1, I cried like a bitch. Okay. The status of previous Telltale licenses such as Borderlands, Game of Thrones, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Minecraft has not been announced. When asked about Telltale's previous plans to release a game based on Stranger Things, he said that the rights had reverted back to Netflix. Otterly said that he bought the rights to Telltale because he believes in the future of adventure games. So, speaking of games, Tales from the Borderlands, Game of Thrones, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Minecraft. Now, the funny thing is, I'm not really a fan of Minecraft, but I love Minecraft story mode, so that's pretty funny. And the same goes for Borderlands. Like, I love the Borderlands storyline, but I just don't like playing the game, and is that weird or what? And just like Game of Thrones, I've only seen season 1 to 4. I know season 8 pissed off a lot of people. I don't know why. Well, I know, apparently it's the worst season now, so I was like, what? Anyways, so yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, some people didn't like that, but you see, the thing is, for these games like Game of Thrones, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Minecraft, we really need, for me, I want these games, I want the choices that we made in the first seasons in the first season to matter in the second season. If these new Telltale guys, if Otterly and the other guy, Wallard, whatever it was, I forget, um, if they do get the licenses for Game of Thrones and Minecraft, they need to make the games. They need to make them better than the original Telltale did. Well, they need to make the games when Telltale made them great in their prime. They need Our choices need to matter, and I do believe that we need longer episodes. But that's just me. But I don't even know if we'll get episodes because let's move on. This is a viable business that went away due to market conditions and some scale choices. Telltale's previous management made, he said, I like games that tell stories, and I think our industry should have a company that specializes in narrative-driven games, because I love narrative-driven games. Telltale's rights were purchased from a company that had been assigned by creditors of the old company. According to Otterly, negotiations began 6 months ago. It was incredibly complex, he said. The purchase price has not been announced. Publisher Athlon Games is a partner in the deal and will handle storefront operations and distribution. Financial backers include various game industry figures, including Chris Kingsley, Rebellion, Lyle Hall, Heavy Iron Studios, and Tobias Sjogren, SJOR, I mean SJOR, yeah, sorry, SJOGREN, formerly of Starbreeze. Have no idea what they are, what those companies are. The revived Telltale games will be based in Malibu, California, about 400 miles from the original studio's headquarters in San Rafael. We are going to stay small over the next 6 months, and we will work for more of a distributed development pipeline than Telltale was known for, Otterly said. We'll focus on tools, technology, and design in-house. Some things like animation and motion capture will be done with the right partnership externally. Now that's interesting, motion capture, because as we all know, Telltale doesn't do motion capture. Their games are based on animation movement. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how it works, like, because I'm actually doing an online course how to make 2D games, so I don't know how the animation would work, but I know they don't use motion capture. It's I'm pretty sure they type in code and the characters move. You know what I mean? Like, God, sorry, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Um, anyways, Otterly explained that the company is looking at evolving Telltale's episodic model. We will probably keep the concept of episodes, but with different pacing. This is a different world from a media consumption standpoint. We need to look at how people like to entertain themselves. I like the idea of binge watching. Now, I like binge watching too, and I'm pretty sure all of you know what binge watching is, but if not, I'll tell you. Binge watching is where you watch, when you get a DVD or watching online, it's when you watch multiple episodes of a television, of a show on TV, or if you're watching them on DVD, you just continuously watch the episodes, like 3, 4, 5, 6, you just keep going like that. So that's interesting. So Telltale wants to do that, and honestly, I like this idea because one of the things we do need is we need more episodes. Okay, that's what I want from this new Telltale. We need more than 5. The most episodes that we've ever had from Telltale was 6, and that was with Game of Thrones. And the least amount of episodes we've had was 3, and that was with the Michonne miniseries. And honestly, I think that was perfect at 3. They didn't need to do any more of that. And I liked how it's also canon to the comic, and it explained what happened when Michonne went missing. Because I've only read 3 compendiums, so, like, I don't even know what happens after that. Oh god. Oh god, so I can't even remember. Because I've seen some images online as well, and I know a bit about what happens, so. I know I've read past the part where, spoilers, Ezekiel's head gets cut off, but aside from that, I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. On Telltale's legacy and its managerial errors, he said, they brought me some of my favorite stories to play, and they did an amazing job building a company. It's unfortunate the way that it ended. Certainly, we are working very hard not to make similar mistakes. Formed in 2004, Telltale was best known for its innovative use of licensed character-based narrative adventure games, often released as episodes. However, after some success with series such as The Walking Dead, the company overreached, taking on too many projects that were poorly managed. Yeah, because you see, Walking Dead Season 1, now that game was what really put them on the map, and that was when, at least that's how I saw it, because I never even heard about Telltale to The Walking Dead. It was actually from Tobushkis's YouTube channel, where I used to watch The Walking Dead episodes. This was in 2013, I believe. And back then, I was actually 15 or 16, I don't know, because my birthday is August 26th, it's already happened. I didn't have internet at my place, so I just watch it on YouTube. You'd get credit and then you'd watch it. And I was actually on holidays in Queensland visiting my family. This was before I started living up there. And yeah, it's like I was like really like this game, and so I even skipped classes to watch season 2. Like I remember August 26th, that's when episode 5 of season 2 came out, and I skipped class to watch the episode. Yeah, it was like I even wanted the day off school, but I was like, nah, you can't do that. I'm like, You effing bitch. No, I didn't say that to her. I didn't think that, but I was like, I had to go to school, but that doesn't mean I had to go to classes. No, I had a perfectly good excuse for wagging. Okay, now, where was I? I'm sorry. Telltale's, they brought me, yeah, um, formed in 2000. Yeah, I read that. Alright, here we go. A class action lawsuit against the original company's executives is currently ongoing. This action does not affect the new company. Executives and co-founders of the original company are not part of the relaunch, although Polygon understands that some former managers have been consulted in an unofficial capacity. So yeah, that's wow. Okay, so I've actually read a bit more into this, like, but you, but you can find other videos. They can go more into this stuff because I'm honestly not going to be good at it. But now that I've read that and that news article is over, I'll leave the link to the news article as well. By the way, here's what I want to talk about. Here are 5 things that we need. Now, the first thing we need, obviously, is for them to bring the original voice actors back for all the licensed games they get. Because can you imagine playing The Wolf Among Us Season 2 without the original voice actors? Or Game of Thrones, or Tales from the Borderlands? It would not be the same. Like, I even know, I heard that Reese, from Tales from the Borderlands is going to be in Borderlands 3, but with a different voice actor. I don't know if this is true. I hope it's not, but you know, it's going to be a real shame if it is. Like, even though I don't play the games. Yeah, but they did bring Vaughn back, and he had the same voice actor, so yeah, that was pretty cool when I saw him in that Borderlands 2 DLC. Yeah, because my friend Chris was playing it. That was pretty cool. Okay, now the second one we need more episodes, and I do believe that this is would get us out of, because it's a new people are buying Telltale, which means they're going to be trying new things. I do think they should try to release more episodes. I honestly think, I've said this in previous videos and I'll say it again, they should release 9 episodes. Okay, because as you all know, 9 is the Chinese symbol of completion. So that's why I believe 9 would be good. Okay, number 3 would be longer episodes, because as you all know, with Telltale episodes, the longest you can get is, depending on how you play, you can get up to 2.5 hours. I would love to play an episode that is essentially 3.5 hours longer, you know what I mean? Because that would leave me invested, and it would be great to replay the episode again and again and again, and it would make for a longer game. And that's really because I love narrative-driven games, like A New Frontier. Out of all the Telltale games with the episodes, I got to say that one is the shortest. I believe that one is the shortest episodic one. Because each episode only goes for like what, an hour and a half, I believe it is. They don't pass the 2 hour mark. Well, it depends how you play, but when I played them, I never got past 2 hours. Got like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, but never 2 hours. At least I don't think I did. Okay, now the fourth one would have to be impactful choices and consequences. Now this right here is what we need, because lately with Telltale's games, the choices didn't really seem to matter anymore, and the consequences, you know what I mean? It's just, it didn't really matter at all. Like with the final season of The Walking Dead, they were building up this thing between Lewis and Violet, and I really thought one of them was going to die. Like, they can die, you know, like if AJ doesn't shoot 10, then Lewis or Violet, whoever's with you, will die. But I really believe that the choice, like, I can understand why we never got like stuff like that, because Telltale, of course, went bankrupt, so we never got to see what could have happened at their full potential. But we will, with The Walking Dead, the definitive series. They're gonna have deleted scenes and commentary, and we'll be able to talk. And sorry, they will be able to tell us what was deleted, what wasn't in there. And I, for one, am looking forward to that. I'll be streaming them on my YouTube channel, so make sure you take a look at them. And lastly, number 5, and I think everyone can agree with this, don't make the same mistakes the original Telltale made, okay? Because I was reading this thing, the guy, oh god, what was his name? Ottoman, or I've already forgotten his name. He said that with the games, because I was actually reading this somewhere else, he said he'd rather focus. He's not going to be focusing on multiple games. What he's going to be doing is going to be focusing on one game, and when that is very near completion, when he's certain that everything's done, he's then going to focus on another game. But the game he's working on has to be near completion and perfect. And that's what I really like, because I'd rather I'd rather get a company make one great game than focus on making 3 games that aren't as good. So, anyways, that's really all I wanted to talk about. Like I said, I'll leave a link to all these trailers in the description below, along with the link to the Polygon page, so you can read what I read. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.